Everybody, it's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. I got an update here on the cruise ship known as the Sun Princess. This is a cruise line working out of Australia, owned by Carnival. The Sun Princess was evacuated in Singapore yesterday because of a major gastrointestinal outbreak. The ship left on a 12-night cruise out of Perth, Australia, November the 1st. Supposed to end in Singapore the 13th and then go on another 14-night trip into Cambodia, Vietnam, Bangkok, Thailand, Indonesia, and back to Perth Fremantle. The ship, when it arrived in Singapore, had so many passengers and crew infected with the gastrointestinal disease that it sounds like the officials in Singapore made it mandatory that everyone had to evacuate the ship, and they had to fumigate it. So the entire vessel had to be fumigated. Now, does this mean that everyone packed all their stuff up, got off the ship, and they fumigated it? Or did they make people get off the ship in one shot, leave everything behind, fumigate the ship, and then you come back to your stuff that had been fumigated on board? I have no idea. I would hope that people would have been allowed to pack up their personal belongings, get off the ship, wait for it to be fumigated, get back on the ship, those who were going to continue on, and then the new passengers would come on hours later. How long the delay was, I don't know. Is there compensation being offered? No one is saying. How many people were infected? No one is saying. But we know that in the USA, if you reach 3 to 5% of the total population of a cruise ship coming down with the illness, all kinds of red flags go up, and ships usually return back to their home ports. This one here. We could have had way more than that. We just don't know. What we do know is the ship was built in 1995. It's 24 years old. It has 2,420 passengers at maximum capacity, 924 crew. So we're talking just about 3,500 people here. The ship is 856 feet long and 105 feet wide, and there was a serious outbreak on board. If we have an excess of 10% infected, we have over 350 people infected. I do not know whether the crew has been let back on the ship or not, that were infected or not, whether they were kept back in Singapore. There are more questions than answers. All we know is that there was an evacuation of the ship and it was mandatory. And we'll try to stay on top of this story. This is Bruce with Traveling with Bruce. Have a great day. See you later, everybody.